Alright, it's time. It's time to play Ace Attorney Justice for All, which is the second game. Because... Whoa. The Lost Turnabout, Episode 1. Because I can't stop thinking about this game, and I'll never be the same again. How did I get into this mess? Oh no. What did he do this time? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the heck? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. What? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Is this a nightmare? Yo! September 8th, 9:08 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh! This is different. What a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talked about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... Did I just get murdered? It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. Did someone just try to kill me? A few minutes later. What just happened? Bruh. Ouch, my head, it's throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning. Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sorta hurts. This man has a concussion. I know, I've had many concussions. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? Thought maybe I'd done something wrong. What? What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right? Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Bruh, this is a bad concussion. Just when I thought I lost, all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl blabbing about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but, So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you are the wrong person. Yes, Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? How bad is this concussion? The trial begins shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? We're just gonna ignore the fact that I don't even know my own name. I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. I'm coming. Ah, someone please. Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? September 8th, 10 a.m. District Court, number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bride.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? Nope. What if I said no? Would that be alright? Of course it wouldn't.
Then why bother asking me to begin with?
Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kinda... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I've told you this before, and I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I kinda have... Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. I don't remember what voice I did for Payne. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
A policewoman? You did what to a policeman?
It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie.
Okay. And who are you again? Why do I have amnesia?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright.
Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Wake up from the nightmare. Wake me up.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precincts. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so you know. You work under that detective?
Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me.
Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the detail of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened to the park near headquarters. Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. Sorry, this music's distracting.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Oh yes, the autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph.
Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there?
Have you lost your mind?
Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. Why don't we be honest that somebody bonked us on the head?
What? How can you just talk like an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. All right, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record.
Court record?
Yep. Info about police evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir.
You can look at the court record by pressing tab. That's so much nicer than the time when I had 4 different things to scroll through. Tab, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you?
Too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead.
Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Court is now in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? Tab? It's my all-important badge. It shows I'm a defense attorney. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Time of death, 9:06 at 6:28 p.m. Broken neck, body was also covered in bruises. Glasses, found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. And crime photo number 1. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the body? Glasses! That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held onto them as he fell.
Hey! What are you giving me the evil eye?
Those glasses you're wearing.
Yes, this is my spare pair. But those glasses he found at the crime scene are not mine, I swear, sir.
You sure about that?
Look, it was a coincidence on that same day. I accidentally stepped on mine.
A coincidence, she says.
Your Honor, I have further evidence to present.
Oh, you have more?
And this evidence is very decisive.
Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Have we not learned that these people are not writing the names of their killers? Also, I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit.
This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor.
Why, this is... Yes, I can see your name is clearly written here.
The prosecution would like to submit this picture.
Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground.
But, I already told you, these glasses aren't mine.
And how do you explain his dying message?
It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay.
This is it. I'm counting on you.
Sure, but what am I supposed to do?
What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces.
Get in their faces and do what?
I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time.
Lie?
But
isn't that detective your superior?
Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong.
Like that detective. He does look sort of like a scatterbrain.
Doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to expose their lies.
Find the contradictions. Yes, sir, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Decisive evidence. Cross-examination. About those glasses, do you have any proof that these belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the one she's wearing in her ID pal. What should I do now? Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed out and any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what are you saying? You are saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are even my client's. Something like that.
What?
I see. So there is no proof.
Wow, that was amazing! I could totally feel it down on my gut.
Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal, if you look at the wounds in the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. You don't know if it's the culprit. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but What was the name of... Was that the name that of my client? Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal. That's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. He's got a point. Hey, hold on. Huh? Don't harm me. I know the picture says Maggie, but now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like? I better check the court record again. And you're certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground? There was scratches on the fingers from the rough sand. And there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It certainly seems that the victim was written by the victim himself. That is not what I said. That didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then we're in a lot of trouble. Don't give up. Keep the fighting spirit going. I'm glad you're all pumped up, but I really want to see your special move, sir. My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes! The great Phoenix Wright is back! Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately. You can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. Sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. Profiles? What? I can present profiles. What am I looking for? I'm genuinely so tired. I'm confused. I would say confused, not tired. I think I might have gotten hit in the head. Maggie's name. Wait, what does presenting the profile do? What does presenting the profile do? Not the generally bad at getting his points across. I just want to see what this does. Oh. Okay, here's the thing. I'm confused. I want to see what presenting people does. What does presenting a person do? What's the contradiction? Contradictions. Okay. Huh? There's something even more incriminating. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. I know this is supposed to be the easy case. I'm confused. I'm not hearing. Your Honor, that statement contradicts his evidence. I know it does. Really? Oh, objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Whoops. What the heck? I'm confused already. What are they even? Okay. I had to like do some research on what it means to present profiles. So let's present Maggie, I guess. Objection! And because it's like saying, oh, it's not actually Maggie. Like, yes, this is her name, but who knows if that's what she's talking about. What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out, objection! And yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe! You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me.
What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright?
You see, this is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer the defendant's name if you please.
Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird.
I think someone needs to check the court record. What?
It says right here that it's Maggie Bird.
Looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave the name Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. I was not paying close enough attention for this. I didn't know that that's how you pointed it out, though. You actually just can point out the profile. So now we learn something new every day. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh, how about that? I didn't even notice.
But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover? If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name.
No!
Order in the court. This is very true. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor?
Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers?
Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Dustin and Maggie sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby in the baby carriage. Officer Prince and Officer Bard had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Maggie, Officer Bard, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. What did she get? Oh, those two sound like they were close.
Nevertheless, tragedy struck.
Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, right? How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Beard was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I did all those pay cuts. If only I'd gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir, really. Anyway. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Except to Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know? I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident, you mean September 6th. Yeah, the victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. I just got an achievement. I hope you saw that. It was important. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. Oh, I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was such a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful man. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I gotta watch out for my subordinates. But even when she was going to give it... Even what she was going to give as a present? Isn't that going a bit far? Hey, pal. Watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. Someone is so much just scratches there. I really don't need to know that much.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of the discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. What did she buy? Over 2 months ago? Yep. She's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one?
Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove.
Ah, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah? Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made. Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made.
Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case.
Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to the case? I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Oh, is it now? Enlighten me.
Yes! Bluffing to the max! Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great!
Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you're that convinced, let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. That's rather yellow, isn't it? Birthday glove, a baseball glove added to record. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim?
I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Yes, perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time we get back on the real point.
Agreed, Your Honor. So what was the result of the investigation?
We couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it. Hey, don't look down at us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want from the scientific investigation. I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
Nor I.
I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir.
Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. We checked the victim's pointer finger. His pointer finger? You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in other people's faces. Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. Objection!
In any case, you examined the index finger cracks.
Yeah, we figured there should be something in his finger if he has been writing in sand. And the results? And what does that prove?
Well, it proves he did write the name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail.
I guess he's right. And there's more. You don't know what caused those. Scratches on the skin? Yep, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That's incredible. Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got this really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those, and that's how we found him. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. The name was definitely written by the victim.
But don't you think that would be really strange, sir, if Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand? Do you think I would have gone through this much trouble to get him his present?
Oh. I did think that... He's a left-handed thrower, or pitcher, right? Yeah, okay. That's easy. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That's why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-handed glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious. It was his... Wait a sec. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Ah.
I object.
Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order. If you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. Then that means Maggie is...
No, it's not possible.
Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent.
No! All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Ooh, I feel like I can breathe again.
It seems that we have reached a conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir.
See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good.
Even though I slacked off for the first, like, 2 accusations because I was having fun.
And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir.
Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds Maggie...
No, not yet! I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne?
The prosecution is not finished yet.
What do you mean?
We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
What? What did this witness witness?
The moment that the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit.
What the heck? Is this the guy who hit me on the head? Order in the court. I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during the recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. To be continued? What do you mean to be continued? The sounds are all so different. I want to override this one. Hold on. Yeah. Override this one. Justice for All, Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. Parts 1 through 2, Trial. We'll just keep going. I'm pretty sure we'll just finish episode 1 in this episode. Because why not? September 8th, 11:43 a.m. Am I gonna see the guy that hit me in the head?
Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why did you tell me, sir?
I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you.
Oh, I know what to do. I heard you could fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head in a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need.
No. I think I'll pass on this one.
Come on, I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems.
Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things?
Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I'll tell you about me.
No, that's okay. Really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name.
This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back. Maybe it'll help.
This is a business card?
I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay?
Okay. There's some numbers written on the back.
Oh, that's your cell phone number.
I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case.
This case?
Yeah. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know?
What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but...
Cell phone?
Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it in the detention center, sir.
Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important.
Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 o'clock p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring.
Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
I'll be right here. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Maggie.
The blue badger shirt.
We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did.
So where's this phone you found now?
I gave it to you yesterday.
Huh? To me? Is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this?
Do you think it has anything to do with the murder?
I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... you were here all along.
You're so mean! Ah!
called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie.
And a good morning to you too, Maya.
Maya, is she fully trained now? So, how's it going?
Is there a word for worse than abysmal?
Oh?
And what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right. It's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super-important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring.
Huh? Oh, what the heck is this? A list? Has about 20 people's names on it and phone numbers.
It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt.
It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in, there's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this?
Don't look at me.
And where did you get this list from in the first place?
What?
Don't you remember, Nick? Okay, hold on.
You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found.
So that's where they're from.
You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is...
Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately.
Oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck.
We don't think my amnesia is a reason we should stop. Anyway, I guess I have all the pieces for now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. And I'm not going to lose this. I can't.
Come on, Nick. Better get a move on.
Yeah. This is not good. Look at them. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on.
There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls this next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder.
Is that the person who hit me in the head with a fire extinguisher?
Please state your name for the court, witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. I don't know what accent to give you.
Huh? Alright, go ahead.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk.
Did I?
I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student, but just settle people death, everything utmost high top quality, you understand. I'm really looking for the proper top notch of beautiful university, you see? I'm a rigorous selection process and no seriously more than one.
Yes, I understand.
I'm very sorry. I'll be more careful from now on. What is he? A human chatterbox? Ugh, I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. Those glasses are his. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down? I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting what? The PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit.
Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct?
It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, I am.
Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park.
See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you. What you witnessed will do. Oh, what you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. I was in the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer walks from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. A banana? That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe my client. You mean Maggie? Yeah. If she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may not question the witness, Mr. Wright. That guy hit me in the head with a fire extinguisher. I'll find out the truth, no matter how you craft your lies. Oh, darling. Hold it! All day. Maybe you're British. I don't know. So you're in the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time. Darling. That was very rude of you. Then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from the no-name, trashy university. No-name? Trashy? Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please! Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That's arrogant little snot. Wait, it still has my bad... That's rude. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. Hold on. How do you know? How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch. Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. This arrogance is really intolerable. What should I do now? Press harder. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Not another clock, bro. Not another clock. We're not doing this again. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. 6 o'clock. Oh, so it is. I looked at the clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept of breaking time apart, it's totally useless nonsense. First-class foods. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Hold it! And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle, practically, and those cheap low-quality shoes. Ugh, he was wearing a uniform. Oh, I suppose he was also wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Without a... Hold it! Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have 2 of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face?
That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning.
Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in court. Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's alright with you. So you're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake.
Of course, of course.
Oh, of course. Did you notice anything of interest, witness? A banana? The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. What would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw.
That's really strange. Megan never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas.
He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. What if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. Oh. If you mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did.
Which means we can somehow show he's lying.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? I cannot figure out what I want to do for your voice. But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. That's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove?
Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness... By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? What? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? The witness needs glasses.
Your Honor, it's a very simple mistake, a glove for a bunch of bananas.
No, I don't think so. Objection overruled.
You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean.
You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo for Common theory. This is triggering me. It's not even that far-fetched for a college student. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is.
They're both 20 over 200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then?
That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them...
How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness?
You are unrelenting, evil man. You like those people who rejected Joan of Arc. She was brave and courageous.
I'm not going to attempt to read this. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven by the witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper behalf.
Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
The girl in the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was in the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone with a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. She ran away, just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me and flew to the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question. He stated that the defendant is the culprit.
This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why you're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond?
They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m. They got there before that, I think. There's usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. Certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary. Why don't you take one look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. That's not helpful, Maya. Okay? So 6:30. Why didn't you call till 6:45? Objection! Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m.? So what of it? You said you called the police immediately after the murder took place. But you said when you called the police it was already 6:45? There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ack. I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed.
Objection!
15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington? Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of my matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? You saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Have you ever heard of the strange geniuses? They don't quirk, and I'm a genius. Plain simple. Understand. Enough. Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that maybe this was his. Well, then I think we cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by a search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. Guess you could put it that way and I leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you?
You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you?
Of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present the proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Oh, not that one. I wanted to see if there's a phone nearby in the photo before I try to... It's right here. Gooder. I'm loving this soundtrack. Take that! It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. The crime scene photo.
Is there a problem with it?
There's nothing wrong with the picture, but if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you.
No!
It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Probably couldn't see it because he dropped his glasses. Order.
What does reporting the crime a little late up to prove for the defense?
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, that is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back.
But Maggie said she was going to return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill for it. On top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for a cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he... Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during 15 minutes? His glasses. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive... Save. 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 I don't trust myself right now. Okay. You will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, probably should have said there was only one possibility. Please present to court with these evidence relating to the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Take that! You can't see anything. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find that? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, dust and prints grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize is that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness is the real murderer? Why does this always happen? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. Oh. I know I'm right. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out the cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Order.
Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This is third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's, the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? We already know this is not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, would that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie or Maggie? That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Byron before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie beforehand? It'd be best if I could prove that witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name is Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Take that! Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, you? How did you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Ballard picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. This is yours? Oh, glad you called. We can meet up and I can give it back. I'll be right there. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you heard that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded.
But, Your Honor, the witness has a...
Your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct, Your Honor.
Oh, I don't know what just happened. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but...
I totally just skipped a bunch of text. Please present to the court the proof that this witness had a motive.
Take that!
Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are certain members of a certain group.
You looked up all those numbers?
Of course. This list of numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? Con artists?
Can you explain why those numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder.
You're one of those people. You're just like the cops who... Okay. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you would like to be a defiant man such as me?
Your Honor,
this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the number of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't it obvious? The witness is... Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phones numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into his phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill.
No! This is too much.
That does quite make a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I
got you now.
That police officer. Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
You said the exact thing only a few seconds ago.
Please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Thank you. I've been looking at your phone. So it's yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. You can back it up.
The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Mr. Beard to get his phone back. Miss Beard, why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense.
Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box.
Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe this slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that you didn't agree with the witness? Bananas, phone, glasses. What did he not agree with? The victim fell from above. That he was a police officer? The banana glove. I don't know. What do the bananas have to do with anything? There's the cell phone. He's wearing his police uniform. Wait, I forgot you could do this. Okay,
Take that!
okay. Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his day right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. The girl that picked up my phone is with the policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. By doing anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they'd already run a check on the phone. And he wanted to do a panic, is what you're saying. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. That's so sad. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I am thinking. Seems the truth has come out at last. Witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Oh, I just pressed buttons. Impressive, not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Ugh. This guy's really creeping me out. Are you all waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone? Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on the phone. Who's to say that the phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? Yeah, I already told you earlier. The phone I lost, I already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. So you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? Weirdo. Feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem in our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing this, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There must be something I'm overlooked. There's gotta be. Yeah, look at the fingerprints. That's probably. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on the phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so wiped it. I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. Oh, so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons among them. What? Okay. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here. You see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored in this phone. Why did I wipe off the phone? Must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? You hurt so much. Of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my, now I remember. Did we cure our amnesia? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be... But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. Looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I? I'm Phoenix Wright. The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. And that will be all. I'll have to bid you, gentlemen and ladies, goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant at the upper side of town. Objection!
Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please bon appetit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go after that? Raise an objection.
Hold it!
Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. I can? Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything.
Your Honor, the cross-examination is already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. Let me just see my little progress here.
You will not arrest the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney.
Please, Your Honor. Very well. This is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove anything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period is ended.
Were you paying any attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
Oh.
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. Just in case I mess this up and manage to lose to Payne, which is supposed to be impossible, but here we are. I goofed around too long. It all comes down to this. It's go time. 3? Please present that one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Put my cell phone number on the back. He did call me. Is it my cell phone number or is it I don't know, that seems promising.
Take that!
Why, thank you. How nice. Here, you have one of mine. Not what I thought would happen. There's just no other evidence that has been useful, so this has to be here for a reason. It's written in fancy script, the ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. We wrote a number on it. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay, you see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything from what it is, for what it is.
Of all the idiotic, stupid things to do. Ah! What? Why is my phone... And what is that stupid sounding ringtone?
Mr. Wellington. How strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... No, I can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump in the head this morning.
No.
I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you want to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Fun! Yay! So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone, and in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments.
Then Mr. Wright,
The phone you're holding is Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. Not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
I knew that the real you was shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright.
I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this.
It's probably because of me.
Huh?
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it?
So I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, but never won or even tied in a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has been a really string of nothing but disasters. That is not the sentence.
That is pretty bad.
Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless.
Lady Luckless?
What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me.
What do you mean?
When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
That's right. You were talking about this earlier.
Happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian side crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house.
Oh.
I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me.
That's not true.
That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts.
Oh, I see.
Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up.
Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet.
I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir.
Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name.
You bet. I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too.
Totally random. But from the memes, is this the game with the chick that has a whip? What a horrible day. I've got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? I thought you said you got your memory back.
At that moment, everything really did come back to me. The flashbacks. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. He's also been a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Except when I kind of got Miles Edgeworth called guilty. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. And this girl, Maya.
You finally remembered.
This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example,
Earth Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together.
Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Guess I have to start from the very beginning.
Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint.
Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. Is she gonna get accused of murder again? And that's the story. That story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. What? What? Who is that child? Who is that child? Join us next time to learn the identity of this child. That's all I got for you.